Goodbye, you guys.
Welcome to the final Q&A for what we now know as the last season of iCarly. There's a decently big action to save the show by the avid community, and you can help the cause by signing petitions and being active around the subject on social media. But anyway, Q&A 10, here we go. First question, why did the reboot get cancelled? The reason for Paramount Plus canceling the show remains unclear, but they did release a short statement on the show's cancellation. To me, although the reason could be troubles caused by the writer's strike, I believe the network didn't see the coming story as worth telling, as to them the show was all about Freddy coming together. Although the show does have a decent following, I feel Paramount Plus also had higher hopes or expectations for this former sitcom giant, and what it could do for its Nickelodeon catalog. Likely, it's a combination of all these elements that called executives to end the show here and now. Question 2, will iCarly get picked up / saved by another network? I honestly doubt it, if I'm honest. To me, it was a little shocking that iCarly didn't quite reach its target demographic, the kids who grew up watching it, all grown up now. Most people in that demographic don't even know the show exists, and it's likely because of this show being on a smaller, US-centric network, which is Paramount Plus. That brings me back to the fact that this Nickelodeon catalog, including iCarly, Drake and Josh, SpongeBob, all of it, is all owned by Paramount Plus. So I don't see them selling the rights to a different network. The reason why a show like Cobra Kai switched to Netflix so easily, I feel, is that it was a revival from a standalone movie series. Unfortunately, with iCarly, it's much more complicated. Question number 3, will we ever see iCarly again? I feel in some contexts we will see the stars of iCarly reconvene, maybe a skit or a little individual project perhaps. However, in regards to a full-scale Paramount production, at least in the next 10 years or so, I just don't see it, not with this classic cast. It's sad to say, but we've been able to relive the past in a really fun way the last few years. We've seen Freddy solidified, and I think that's that. In a perfect world, I'd personally like to see a skit where we see a conversation between Gibby and Sam at a Freddy wedding. I feel that would fill every hole that's left. Question number 4, what would I have liked to see in a season 4? If we would have been lucky enough to get a 4th season, I would have liked to explore our characters and their upbringings further via the now returned mom. The Shea family, fully explored, and for that matter, we can also take a look at Freddy's family, all in the context of these 2 new marriages in the Benson family. I would have also liked to have an episode centered around sending off Gibby's character like Sam got in season 1. I feel there's just too much potential there to be left alone. In season 4, we would also need to find a new role for Harper, and we would have to explore how Carly would be as a mother to Millicent, having lacked a motherly figure her whole life. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, I'd have wanted to see a full relaunch of the web show, with less focus on the Instagram lifestyle content, but really just rehash it, with Paul involved in all of it as well. There is a lot of potential there. Just a few things I would have liked to see in season 4. Question 5. Who would be on a Freddy wedding guest list? Now, here's something that we'll unfortunately have to wonder forever. Outside of our main cast, I think we'd obviously see Sam and Gibby, as well as Carly's parents, grandparents, and extended family. Tebow would also feel like a natural invitation, along with Neville, Principal Franklin, Gwen, and a bunch of old classmates, Paul, and really probably a lot more people we've met throughout the years. This would be a marriage of the ages. I think everyone would put their differences aside and attend this wedding. Question 6, should or will iCarly get a final movie? See, the more the merrier, of course, is my philosophy, but what would this look like? We just saw what a marriage movie looks like with Zoe 102, and while I'm sure it'd be a much better version of that, I don't know if the network would run that again. But let me know what a final movie should look like in the comments, guys. For me, as long as it's a concept that answers all the unanswered questions, I think it'd be a good idea. Question number 7, did Carly and Freddy get married? There's no doubt in my mind that Freddy and Carly will get married soon, within the next year or so. The writers clearly put it on hold with the whole mom situation, but it's bound to happen. And in my view, with what we were left with, we can really already pen it down as they are a married couple already. Question 8, why did Carly's mom abandon them? This question is from a while ago, but I figured I'd add it to this Q&A, and it's hard to say what the answer is. There have been many theories over the years of Carly's mom being in the military or something more demanding, and this comes from knowing that Carly's dad is in the Air Force. So hopefully she left because of something dutiful like that. More realistically, people aren't perfect, and perhaps a falling out with Carly's dad happened or the pressure of parenting got to her. I feel there's a good reason why she left, which is what we would have explored in the next season, I'm sure. You have to have her be redeemable in some way. Question 9. Is there any chance that it was Sam? I've seen this mostly unserious theory raised a few times, and if we didn't get that conversation between Spencer and Carly in the finale, I would entertain the thought, but in the context that Carly said mom in, it has to have been her mom. Question 10. What was the best season of the revival? This wasn't asked by anyone, but I wanted to end this Q&A on a positive note. What was the best season of the revival? Season 3, by a mile or more by a lot. There was a progressive improvement in the show, and by the end we were really firing on all cylinders, and despite our sudden end, it all feels like a gift. When I finished that finale, I thought to myself immediately, what a fitting end this would be if it were the end. It was beautiful. So season 3 was phenomenal, and the revival has been a gift, which has given us what we wanted: closure. I hope you enjoyed that Q&A. Going forward, I plan to release episodes for the second season of the Nostalgia Show. I personally just find it fun to write it and make it. I've always liked a good game show. Otherwise, I plan to release more iCarly themed content. The next video will be ranking the episodes of season 3. I figured it'd be fun to talk about all the episodes in the context, as I usually do at the end of every season. Thank you for watching, guys. Much love, and comment questions or comments below. I read them all. See you guys soon.